Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the one and only Rumboyz Fantasy Network. I'm your host, Rumboyz Robbie. We have a massive show that we got to take care of for you guys. A lot of NFL free agency action has gone on, so we're going to be covering all things NFL. All right, so make sure that you guys strap up, hit that like button right away. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Make sure that you guys also share the content. Share the content with all your friends, your family members, co-workers, schoolmates, all that good stuff, all right? Make sure you guys enjoy the live chat and subscribe to the channel if this is your first time viewing us, all right? We greatly appreciate the wait. You'll know what happened. It'll say subscribe once you hit it, all righty? Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's take care of some ads. We got to take care of, all of our sponsors. You guys see the background here. I don't know why I have that background, by the way. I am going to change that. But make sure you guys download the Stacks app. Link is in the description. Start making seamless content with some of your favorite content creators. Get out there, make your picks, get betting advice, get prop advice, debate the hottest takes against some of the best analysts in the industry and also fans of your favorite teams. Also, I want to remind everyone to download the Monkey Knife Fight app. Utilize promo code Rumboyz in all caps. Here you go. Just like that. Promo code Rumboyz in all caps whenever you download the Monkey Knife Fight app, available on iOS and Android. We will match you on your very first deposit all the way up to $100. So if you're into legal daily fantasy player props, available in all 50 states, make sure that you guys get on over to monkeyknifefight.com. What the? Let's get into the show, ladies and gentlemen. First up, representing the Rumboyz Fantasy Network, you guys can catch him here every single Friday and, anytime that we are doing a show. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Drop the Mic F.
What's up, Robbie? This free agency is crazy. Let's just get into this show.
Exactly. No, we have an action-packed show for everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, up next, he just had a holiday that just passed. Give it up for St. Pat F.
What is up, guys? I am McLovin' it, by the way. I cannot make believe everything that has happened since last time I was here on Rumboyz. So much McNews from Schefter and McIan Rappaport. I can't wait to get into it. Let's go.
Hell yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, next up, you guys can check him out. Check out his work on Fantasy Six Pack. He is the best ball D-Gen. Also, you can catch him here on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Give it up for Pangs Picks.
What's up, guys? Thank God I'm fucking back. I know I missed one show, so every week. So I'll be back though. So it's been good. I don't know on it for agency. I fucking no idea. There's too much shit going on.
Yeah, bro. There's a lot of moves going on, so we're really gonna have a lot to break down. Ladies and gentlemen, last but certainly not least, hailing all the way from Canada, give it up for Rumboyz Raji Harris.
What's up, bitches? I don't care about y'all now, bro. We got a fucking titty kisser franchise QB.
You got
fuck your teams. Y'all Mitch Trubisky. Fuck your team.
Bro, we are not about to sit here and act like Mitchell Trubisky is going to be the second coming of Jesus to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
He's the first coming of Jesus. What do you think?
Oh my god.
Who's that fucking asshole that always shits on Baker?
We haven't taken the...
I heard what try to fucking say that Trubisky is as good as Kirk Cousins, Ryan Tannehill, and two other guys. And I'm like, and Russell Wilson based on their quote unquote stats that they've had over the years.
Oh, fucking Collinsworth? No.
Coward. And he picked and chose. He changed which stats it was for each quarterback to try and.
Fellas, we are not even the first shot in, all right? And already y'all motherfuckers is sounding drunk, all right? Cheers to me. Cheers to you guys.
Not our fault. A Mitch Trubisky topic, bro. It's the biggest news of the offseason so far.
Only for a biased Steelers fan. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not been here before, make sure that you raise your glasses in the air with us. Cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the Rumboyz and girls. What it do? Dilly, y'all.
Dilly, freaking Dilly.
Dilly. Shout out Mango Peace, fucking Peasty. Not a sponsor.
Oh, that thing's bomb. That thing's bomb.
Just slaps, bro.
What up, Triet? What up, Least Defense? We got Brian up in here. Seti, what is good? Aiden, what's going on? Christian Kirk, future Hall of Famer, prove me wrong. Oh my gosh. Here we go.
Take a look at his contract. That's all you need to.
That contract is overly inflated. Jaguars spend money wisely in free agency challenge. Impossible. Exactly. Seti, welcome, bro. Welcome, Seti. Nice. We got a first-time viewer and brand new subscriber. Hell yeah, Whiskey Neat here. Hell yeah, I got a little rum and grapefruit juice. Let's get into the very first topic, fellas. I'm super excited to talk about some NFL free agency. So Deshaun Watson is now the quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. All right. Can Watson turn the Cleveland Browns around and maybe potentially win with them? And when I say win, I am meaning the Super Bowl, not y'all going to the toilet and taking a shit to take the Browns to the Super Bowl. Okay, we're talking real legitimate Lombardi hardware. And also, what are your thoughts on where Baker Mayfield lands now that the trade for Deshaun Watson has gone through? By the way, the Browns get Deshaun Watson and a 5th-round pick, and the Texans get 3 first-round picks, a 3rd-round pick, and a 4th-round pick. Mike, take us away.
So to the first question, in the next couple of years, no, they won't. If they do win, it's 3, 4, or 5 years. The AFC is just too tough. They don't have enough pieces. They need help on the defense. They need help in the wide receiving core. They pretty much let go almost the entire receiving core except Donovan Peoples-Jones and David Njoku, who they had a franchise tag. I mean, that's bad enough. They're giving him a lot of money. Yes, they're out on Baker Mayfield after Baker demanded a trade and supposedly they weren't going to trade him. But if Watson wants to come to your team, you're dumb not to take him over Baker. So I understand that. But in the AFC, the quarterbacks in the AFC are absolutely ridiculous. And
Mr. Biscuit.
they just – Raj, be quiet. And they need more help. When it comes to Baker, I do think he's going to be an Indianapolis Colt. There's just something telling me that now, especially after – I think Jimmy G would have been there if it didn't come out that he needed the shoulder surgery. But I do think Seattle could be a dark horse, but I do think he's going to be a Colt.
Okay, yeah, I think the Colts is probably the fit that makes the most sense, especially with what they're able to do in their backfield with Jonathan Taylor. Baker's always had a strong running back core behind him. Pat, what is your take, bro?
I'm going to go slightly opposite direction from Mike because I think Mike forgot a big move that already has happened for the Cleveland Browns before the trade.
Cooper, yeah.
He said there's no wide receiver. There's a wide receiver there.
Wrong. Yeah.
There's a strong wide receiver one there that's been a one for 2 different teams already and has put up numbers. Yeah. He's not going to be a top 8 wide receiver, but he's going to be enough. He's what Watson needs. Also, there's another wide receiver who hasn't pulled a hamstring in at least 1 calendar year. He had a hurt finger, but I think he was just nursing that, and he may be coming to Cleveland. And Will Fuller. Put Will Fuller, Cooper,
reunion.
DPJ,
I don't hate that.
Okay.
On that Browns.
Will Fuller can't stay healthy. So gosh. Yeah, Jason, I like that take. I like that take. I won't say 101, but I like him.
Definitely not 101.
High pick. Yeah, definitely not 101.
It's the line joke with the D-Gens, the best ball D-Gens. We made a whole thing.
What up, Craig?
To fuck with people.
So, I think that they can potentially win the division. It's going to be a tight division. I think there's 3 teams vying for that number 1 spot. And it's going to be a 12. Whoever wins 12 games, it's going to be a race to 12 games. And once you get to the playoffs, anything can happen.
Yeah.
We're seeing that live with March Madness. 1 game, anything can happen.
Anything can happen. I love the one.
Fucking Kentucky running my bracket.
Fuck.
There's a reason you don't see that often 8 seeds in hockey and in the NHL and NBA winning it all because it's the best of 7. But in March Madness, 1 and done, anything can happen.
Yep, exactly.
Got to get to that playoffs and then win.
Yep, NFL, yeah, same thing. I love the 1 and done format. I love Eric's comment right here. Will Fuller will make 2 catches and then be done for 6 weeks. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Payne, what you got, bro?
I'm in the middle of this. I would say they can win just because it's the fucking NFL, right? The roster isn't terrible. They have a strong defense. They still got Denzel Ward. Do they still have Greedy Williams? I think no, Greedy Williams is whatever. They still have John Johnson.
yeah.
He's a
No,
veteran.
he's still on his rookie deal. I think they still have Greedy.
So
Yeah,
he's
still
still
have Greedy.
there. They have John Johnson, who's a really good veteran safety. He's not a household name, but he's
Yeah.
pretty solid. He was really good for the Rams, and now he's still on. He's still out there doing shit. Myles Garrett, the O-line is overall solid. They still got Jack Conklin, Joe Patano. Like there is pieces on that team, and I think that's why they gave Baker so much shit. It's that people want to pretend like Baker did well, but he really didn't. Right? He had a great roster. Odell left and proved that he wasn't the issue. Right? Jarvis is going to leave, and he's going to go to another team and prove he's not the issue. I mean, you can say what you want, but Odell pretty much balled out the minute he landed on a new team, playing behind other receivers. So
I don't think that is. I don't think that is Baker that's the problem. I think that it's the Browns that are the problem.
Maybe
like it's the Browns.
I mean, you could say that, but like that roster is nice. That roster is not a bad.
We said that last year too.
But that organization is cursed.
I mean, is it?
They haven't been relevant since Jim Brown, bro.
Yeah, but my point of the matter is, if you would have given that roster to any other franchise, we could get some contenders, right? Like Nick Chubb balled out. That team is basically
but it's still the same front office, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't
what
matter.
their roster is.
Because that front office isn't on the field telling them what to do.
They were supposed to be contenders.
Front office isn't on the field.
Yeah,
but front office doesn't matter if they're not on the field. They had a fucking stacked roster this year. We all thought they were contenders going into the season. They didn't even make the fucking playoffs. So
yeah,
I mean.
Yeah. You can probably blame coaching, but I don't think coaching was that bad.
Okay,
they had a hurt quarterback the entire year.
Huh?
Baker had a hurt shoulder most of the year. And was
most
playing
of the year, yeah.
Okay, we knew
hurt throwing shoulder.
Amazing.
Had a backup quarterback in quite a bit.
Case Keenum was out there.
Case Keenum did what he was supposed to do, but I think to say that they underperformed is kind of not fair to the team itself.
No, the team did fine. I really think it was a Baker issue. Now you can say it's her shoulder. That's fine. But his other 3 years, I mean, his rookie year was pretty cool. His second and third year, not so much. His fourth year, you could say it's hurt shoulder, but he hasn't performed at what they expected. It's a strong roster. So yeah, they can win Deshaun Watson. I've seen worse rosters do it. I mean, the Eagles won of Nick Foles. That was actually recent. Joe Flacco fucking won one. Eli Manning has won fucking two, and Deshaun Watson is probably as good as any of those guys in their best parts of their years, right?
I just don't see the Browns winning anything.
No, probably not. But to say that they have no shot, that's ridiculous. They're not the worst roster. They're at least top 16 on roster just alone in the next 2 to 3 years, right? Like we look at that roster, they stick around for the next 2 or 3 years. It's not bad, right? Amari Cooper, I don't consider him a 1A. This is where I sat on the back end. I consider him as a 1B. He's a little injury prone too. But, Donovan People-Jones won't be playing behind Odell Beckham anymore.
Yeah.
Jakeem Grant's there, which means almost nothing to me. But as a kick returner, punt returner, he was always kind of decent. So we'll see how it goes from there.
Okay. What do you got, Raj?
All right. So first thing I will say is the Browns is the Browns, right?
Yeah.
We know that. And I will bring up my previous point. They were supposed to be contenders this year, and they didn't do shit. So whether that's just, it can't be just on Baker.
They beat Bengals twice.
They beat the Bengals twice, but then lost to fucking 40-year-old Ben Roethlisberger twice too. So I mean, that's something to consider. Nothing is gonna happen with that team until they change the shit up at the top, because they are fucked until anything else changes. They don't have a strong front office. They don't have, those leaders at the top that can really lead them anywhere. No matter how good their roster is, they're not going to be like, okay, record-wise, sure, they'll be good.
You're forgetting they were 11-5 the year before. It's not like they've been out there just stinking it up.
No, that's not what I'm saying, though. But their roster last year was better than it was the year before, and they did even worse this year. There's no consistency, right?
Yeah, they're not planning to go 8-1.
Yeah. But but that's the thing, exactly.
By the way, Pat.
They're 8-9 this year.
I think your arguments are shit. Like, that's straight up how I feel about that.
No,
no offense to you, Raj, but I feel like your argument is isn't solid.
In what way though?
It's based on history of a franchise that has struggled.
But it's based on recent history, and nothing has changed.
Their franchise has
nothing
always
has
struggled.
changed.
Their franchise has always struggled.
So not even that. But my thing is,
touchdowns, 13 INTs. That is
fucking Browns are poverty. This is the most poverty-stricken franchise aside from Detroit.
We're also forgetting that they are now playing in the best conference in football and arguably the best defensive division in football as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know.
They went 8-9 this year, 11-5 before, with a bum quarterback with his fucked up shoulder. Like,
okay, they had a bum quarterback. Now they're paying their new quarterback over $200 million, and how are they going to build a roster around him? Yeah,
the roster's already fucking built.
Okay, and they're all on rookie contracts. What happens when those contracts expire? They are fucked.
So right now, those contracts are good.
But I don't think they're.
Okay.
I get Pat's point about being on rookie contracts now, but I don't think that they can win for 2 years, and that's Roger's point.
Yes. And
that
also,
the contracts will be up then.
Exactly.
In
Also,
2 years,
we're forgetting that Deshaun will probably
look like.
Okay. Well,
what does the cap look like?
Sure, but we're
they
also
have
forgetting
no
that
picks for 2 years.
Also,
you guys forget that there's a lot of these one-hit wonder teams, man. You're forgetting what Greatest Show on Turf was like this. The Eagles were like this. Like the fucking Broncos, 2013-14 were like this. 2012-2014, they were just these like really quick one-hit wonder year teams, like or 2 year wonders. These happen all the time. The Rams are the next ones. They're going to be good for 2 years and they're going to explode, but they're going to try to pull a ring. If they don't think they can pull a ring, then they wouldn't make a move like that.
No, I get that
point.
That's why I said 2 years. That's why I said 2 or 3 years.
2 years. Okay, we also don't know if Deshaun is going to be suspended or not this year.
From Houston to Cleveland, it's clear that Watson likes these underdog fucking organization. Like he didn't have no control over Houston. He got.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, man.
Atlanta is fucking really bad. If he wanted poverty, he would have gone there. He saw the roster. Probably was like, this could get me somewhere. This is the best roster he's played with in a minute. Right? His O-line isn't trash. His running back isn't 35.
Yeah.
He's playing with Nick Chubb, who's one of the highest yards per carry running backs in the league. Behind a great line. He's 5.2 on his average career. 5.2.
It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting what they do the rest of free agency and how they utilize the limited draft picks that they'll have to strengthen that receiving core. I'm not confident in all of the rest of the receivers. I mean, we'll see because Watson can very well make them that much better. So definitely, it's Cleveland is going to be interesting to watch.
That team is fucking done. But
Cleveland.
Donovan Peoples-Jones could be a wide receiver too. It's very possible.
He could.
OBJ thought he was that guy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. OBJ couldn't stay healthy and even he got injured in the freaking Super Bowl. It's like, bro, you played what, like 6 games? 5 games?
That's not what I said though. That's different. Yeah. That him identifying and saying this guy's got talent more than what he's been able to show so far.
Oh, you're talking about him with Donovan Peoples-Jones. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Chubb under contract.
Yes, they are all under contract, and all those contracts are expiring in the next 2 years.
Yeah, that's what this team is doing. They're trying to bust a win really quick, right? No one gives a shit if you're a contender for 5 years. They just care can you win a ring.
They felt like they were a quarterback away.
And Rams literally just did this.
Players will take pay cuts. Players will take pay cuts to play with Watson.
I have a question for.
He hasn't proven he's that type of player yet.
I have a question for Ping and Pat. If they do have the talent, like you guys think they possibly can, the question I have is: are they actually a coach away and not player away?
That's definitely
an FO.
That's a
front office.
That's a fair question.
Yeah,
that's absolutely honestly, a fair question.
I don't like the move. To be frank, I don't like the move. I don't think 3 first-round picks and shit was going to do anything for this team because this team does have its issues.
Moneyball, baby, Moneyball.
Yep.
Yeah, if you're looking at the roster straight out, it's a good fucking roster. If this roster was under Andy Reid, would we say anything?
No,
but we know that they're.
But that's my point.
If any other coach,
hold on,
any other
coach,
Raj, okay,
you saw the Cincinnati Bengals completely just turn their whole shit around.
Because they changed everything from the top down. They changed everything from the top down. That's why. Which the Browns have not done.
But that's not to say that over the next 3, 4, 5 years that under Watson they're not able to do that.
I don't think they
and again,
I think they get 2 or 3.
But my thing is, so you could say they have a 2 or 3 year time frame, but again, if it goes past that, then they're fucked. right? If they don't win in the next 2-3
years, the Browns are
what
copying
do
the Rams and the Bucks. That's what they're doing. They saw these teams grab a quarterback with a nice roster and was like, these two teams just did it. We can too. I'm not saying it's the right move. I think it's a ridiculous move, but
it's a copycat league.
It's exactly. This league does it all the time. So, like year after year, we see it. Like the years when Odell went off, all of a sudden, like 7 wide receivers went off in the first round, and Philip Dorsett and Nelson Aguilar and shit all went in the first round, and they did nothing, right? Like, the league's all about copying each other. They're like, well, this had success. Let's try this shit out. So
it's a swing for the fences, and it's a swing to avoid that mediocrity of a poverty franchise. I'd rather see a franchise make that move and try to win big than sit at 6-11 or 7-10.
Is the Denver roster worse? Is Denver worse than the Browns?
No, hell no. That roster
they're both pretty bad though when you think about it from organization wise.
Yeah, from front office standpoints.
Right?
Yeah,
so they did the Russell Wilson.
But we don't know how good Denver's new coaching staff is, right?
Like Green Bay's is trash. They've been trying Aaron Rodgers for how long now?
Yeah.
Right? Like
and the Packers also have not won anything. Sorry,
they think they can't, right? These are
they think they can't.
The Steelers did it last year. The Steelers did it the last 2 years. They were like, "Hey, let's keep trying Big Ben out."
Yeah,
that was Big Ben, bro. That wasn't even the office. I was just trying to appease him.
Oh gosh, no.
It really was.
You guys kept kicking the can down the road.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
take the cap hit.
You're imploding. Like it happens. These teams always think they're that like close. Like, hey, if shit swings in our favor, we can do it. Because look, fucking Nick Foles just did it. Oh look, fucking Tom Brady went to the Bucks and did it. Oh look, Denver when Peyton Manning went to the Broncos and did it. Like, in these last 10 years, we've had hella franchise QBs moves and fucking they win. I don't agree to it, but it worked.
Yeah. Let's slide into the very next topic here. We're gonna take a.
It's just lovely in the nation.
Slap yourself. What's good? Entertainment. What's up, homie? So we're gonna take a trip out to the West Coast really quick. Let's go out to the desert. Davante Adams will be in silver and black in Las Vegas as the star receiver joins the Raiders. This comes after Aaron Rodgers re-signed with the Packers in hopes of reuniting with Davante Adams. What do you think the future holds for both organizations following the move? Pat, we'll actually let you start this one off just because, you're a Packers fan.
He deserves it.
I saw the news. First thing I did was try and FaceTime my brother-in-law in Green Bay. He got married at Lambeau. We're diehard fans.
Fucking Raj is such an ass.
Slap yourself, you're right. I spent the day thinking on this, and I kept coming back to, in the show Breaking Bad, the character Mike is warning Walter about not finishing a job.
Yeah.
Taking a half measure instead of a full measure. And that's exactly what I think this is for the Packers. This was a half measure. They're trading Davante Adams for a first and a second. And all it cost them was a franchise tag. When the full measure was tagging Adams, trading Rodgers, and trading Adams, getting the plethora of picks, taking the year. Now you've kicked the can down the road on Rodgers' contract.
Yep.
You paid him a ton. With Adams, that team is a Super Bowl contender in the weak NFC.
You mean the NFC contender?
Without
just
shut up. Without Adams, I don't know what that team is on offense.
Yeah.
I believe in LaFleur being able to do something without Adams. The Packers are 7-0 without Adams under LaFleur. I'm concerned. NFC North is still the Packers.
Yeah.
But it's not nearly it's not the favorite that it was before.
No.
And I really wish the front office would have either taken a full measure one way or the other. They either had to go out there and make sure Adams got paid, or the other way, or get rid of both via trade. With Adams saying that he was offered the same amount of money and turned it down.
Yeah,
I don't know how much of
that
I
bring
believe.
that up.
I don't know how much of that I believe.
I can believe it. I can believe it.
I know he and Carr are close, and I knew if he went anywhere, I knew he wanted to go and play with Carr.
Yeah,
that's been the Packers rumor mill for the last year and a half.
Yeah,
but I don't think he turns that down playing with Rodgers again. With the same money on the table, I don't think he does that.
I think he does because of the circus that Rodgers brought this year to the organization and everything. And then also how long it took from what we're hearing from Adams' camp, how long it was taking the Packers to get a deal done and get the numbers together.
And it should have been done last offseason.
It should have been done right away.
Yeah, but Adams should have been re-signed before last offseason, and it didn't happen. And
yeah.
that's on the Packers organization. So did they turn around and make it the best that they could have? Absolutely, they did.
And then you signed Rodgers on this massive deal when like we were.
And apparently Rodgers knew.
Yeah, apparently, yeah, he knew. So it was like you're sitting back on Pat McAfee show talking about, well, I just really care about Devontae. I want us, and it was like you didn't even leave any room for them to realistically be able to pay him or to make him happy. Like if you really care that much about keeping you and Adams together, you would have made sure they got his deal done first.
Yeah. And last offseason when Rodgers news was first coming out and things were getting testy, one of the big things coming out of Rodgers' camp was it's not about money.
What's up, Rob? Great name.
How's it going, Sully? He kept saying it was not about money. And then to see the big contract be all about money really kind of was a stab in the back.
Yeah.
So I know I feel like I've shifted gears a lot in the last week since we had the Rodgers signing and the Tay franchise tag. Things change.
Yeah.
Opinions on those things change.
Yeah, times change.
And I'm okay with changing my mind on that. That's being a fan. I'm still a Packers fan. That's not changing.
Yeah. Like, bro, my team is going through the worst shit ever. Like we've had 2 name changes, freaking multiple failures at quarterback. Like we're trying.
I'm ready for what season. I love wins.
Like, bro, I feel that. I feel that. I'm still a fan. Doesn't mean that I'm not disappointed. Doesn't mean that I'm not like hurt. So like I feel that.
At this point, you got to trust the front office and you got to trust them to make the right plays to put the team on the field. My consolation prize would be if they re-sign Rasul Douglas. I've been beating that drum the last week.
Oh, he's good.
I want him. They got him for $900K in October.
Yeah.
Off a practice squad.
That kid
Come on. Turned around for 5 interceptions.
That is some Bill Belichick shit.
He didn't get the Trayvon Diggs treatment. Imagine if he got talked about the way Trayvon Diggs did.
Oh my gosh, that would have that would have greatly helped his case. That would have greatly helped his career. Raj, what do you got on this one, bro?
I'm gonna just say I fucking called it. Y'all didn't change.
You did.
I fucking called it last week. Reunited and it feels so good. Derek Carr, Devontae Adams, Fresno State.
You called the.
I did call the. I did do that, but yeah. Obviously, Pat kind of just said everything because he knows what the fuck he's talking about when it comes to the Packers. I low key think I don't know, man. I don't know how to feel about it. A lot of people saying the Raiders fleeced. A lot of people saying the Packers fleeced. Could the Packers have gotten more value? Possibly. Do we know that? No.
The Packers could have gotten a shit ton more value, to be honest. When I saw that it was 2 picks, I was like,
the thing is, we don't. Okay, so the Packers could have gotten more value, but the thing is, they weren't going to pay Devontae, and other teams knew that, right? So other teams knew that he wasn't going to get paid, so they could lowball the Packers and get him for cheaper than what most people think, right?
Hopkins was had for a
What's up,
second,
Hoove?
and get ready to sign him to a big deal trade, and they had to take on the. Not saying that is any way a benchmark trade.
No, absolutely not.
Hopkins was the best wide receiver in football at the time.
Yeah,
and was talked about that way, and was had for a second, and David Johnson's contract.
True.
So to get him for a first and second, like I feel like
it's
you're not going to see a wide receiver. The only last wide receiver traded for a first was Diggs.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to get another one.
Well,
like that.
it's either Diggs or every year for Brandon Cooks. That guy goes for every first round pick possible.
Has he been actually traded for first rounds? I can't remember.
He been traded for 2 first rounds.
I think he did when he was on the same from the Saints.
That he was going to go. The Kansas City Chiefs would trade a first round. I was like, so he's basically Sam Bradford, but for
my gosh,
he's going to go for 3 first round picks.
Damn.
You forget shit like that. I'm always like, dude, I'll let you remember that he goes for fucking first rounds almost every other year.
Well, it's your take. How are you feeling about this one, Payne?
I mean, I actually think the trade is like fine. People forget that he's 29, right? He just turned 29. He'll be 30 this year. DeAndre Hopkins wasn't bought at 29, 30 years old. I actually think that's still the fleecing of all time, right? So and we've seen these guys kind of fall off a cliff when they get to that. I don't think Devontae Adams is one of those guys because he's a high point guy and he's still got the physicality and he's not like Des Bryant and shit where they rely on that. He's actually really, really polished. But what happens in 2 years, 3 years? Like, I mean, think of every Green Bay factor.
I just want to talk about Nick Chubb. I just want to talk about the Browns.
Think about every fucking receiver that's ever left Green Bay, right? And seeing how it goes.
Yep.
James Jones, Greg Jennings, fucking
but those aren't the same caliber of Devontae Adams. Those are not Devontae Adams.
But people were jerking those dudes off when they were over in Green Bay.
Like, but it's not. I can't. I won't.
Jordy is the closest to that level, but Jordy's career was he was on his way out of the league.
Oh no, of course. I'm not saying exactly that he's gonna fall off a cliff. I think Devontae Adams probably will put up around the same numbers that like Crabtree put up because Derek Carr is that kind of guy, but a little bit better. He'll probably put like 1,200 yards and get a lot of the fucking end zone touchdowns like Crabtree got without having Cooper's competition. But I don't know. Rodgers is
the best receiver that Carr has ever had.
Oh yeah, not even close.
Period.
Cooper and fucking Michael Crabtree wish they could be in the same room as Devontae Adams. Yeah, Devontae Adams is just that much better than them. Yeah. So I don't know. I just still think it's a little bit. It's fine.
I think you got Darren Waller there
by trading him, but I think they made the stupidest move by keeping Rodgers. There's no reason to keep him at this point. He hasn't won you anything in a minute. Costs us too much money. That last game he played looked like ass. It was probably one of the worst games I've ever seen any franchise quarterback play, let alone Aaron Rodgers.
The way that he's handled, the way that he's handled a lot of things this year, like this past year. I'm just his attitude problem. I am so done with Aaron Rodgers at this point with the way that he's been acting.
Hoop's comment.
I mean, to be honest, what they should have done is they should never have paid Aaron Jones.
Devontae Adams should ride on a hot air balloon. Holy fuck.
Cleveland Antonio Browns.
I also just think like Green Bay just doesn't like wide receivers because they have the worst history in keeping them. They either love one guy and hate the rest. And why the fuck are you paying Aaron Jones? It still doesn't make any sense to me. So,
Aiden, you are paying that much money for a wide receiver 3, maybe a 2 at best.
Sorry, who's the third Hall of Famer that he sat behind? I can only think of Fitz and Hopkins, but I just read that comment. I don't know who that third guy is.
Fitz, Hopkins,
AJ Green.
AJ Green. Forgot about that.
Green, yeah.
Michael Floyd. No, I'm just kidding. Michael Floyd's fucking.
Yeah, no, I'm.
Michael Floyd had better numbers than Christian Kirk and couldn't get paid.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay that
kid Kirk. Get paid.
Get paid. This is the only year where
Kirk Cousins, Christian
1,000 yards got paid. They were like Christian Kirk got paid, Chase Edmonds got paid. Like, if you never broke 1,000 yards, they were fucking paying you like crazy.
Reminds me of the Jared McKinnon
all Florida teams doing the dumb shit too.
So all the guys that say don't pay your running backs, when I ran that poll, it was like 91% would have rather paid Nick Chubb's $12 million versus what they paid for Christian Kirk's like 17 to 18. Yeah. So everyone, once they don't pay your running backs, really, they can get way the fuck worse. Exactly. They can get way the fuck worse, apparently. You can pay Zay Jones.
Yeah, fuck. It's basically kind of it's essentially as if you guys would have brought in like Tyler Boyd to be a 1. It's like Boyd's a great receiver, but he's a 3. Like that's what it is. Like, or if you brought in like Van Jefferson to be a 1, it's like he's a great receiver. He's like a 3 or 4 now on that team.
People are gonna talk about Todd Gurley's contract for the next like decade, and I'm gonna say at least he took him to a Super Bowl. And I'm gonna point to Christian Kirk and go, what did he do?
Mike, what's your take surround the Adams situation?
All right, so I actually want to bring Christian Kirk into my argument here.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason I'm bringing Christian Kirk, I think to start off, signing Rodgers to that big deal was part of the issue, just like Pat said from the beginning. That ruined it. However, even if they thought that Devontae would want to play on the franchise tag, here's the point that I want to make about Christian Kirk. If Devontae Adams would have signed that franchise tag, he would have been making $875,000 less than Christian Kirk in 2022.
And he would have had to pay federal income tax. Or
Absolutely,
income tax.
yeah, absolutely not. I understand that's not
Browns
Devontae. I understand that's not Devontae Adams' argument to be traded.
Yeah.
But that's my argument. Why would I want to be somewhere if I'm one of the top 5 wide receivers in the league and I'm making as much as Christian frickin' Kirk?
Yeah, no, yeah, like, no, that's a very, 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 very valid point.
So the other thing I want to bring up, Robbie, real quick is, wouldn't it be super ironic if the year Devontae Adams leaves, they use their first round pick on a wide receiver? Because if they don't, it has to be. And I know Pang said they shouldn't have paid him, and I get Pang's point. But if they don't, it better be the Aaron Jones, AJ Dillon, run him down your throat show.
I like Jason. Jason's a good guy. Jason's a good guy.
I know, but I'm saying,
oh,
but they
dude,
don't. I'm just saying,
you don't know who Jason is? He's a fucking full degen in best ball. He's a red shield, I believe. Yeah, he's red shielding. That means he's gotten like every contest maxed out.
Oh my goodness!
He made the finals a couple times last year, which is crazy too.
Yeah.
You don't fucking
Oh, Jason, bro.
Oh, C yards in the chat. Here we go.
All right, I'm gonna get in trouble for this, but it's damn C Yard's birthday today.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Look, we're gonna pay you in shots because I have to run a business. So
real quick though, I will say if the Jaguars paid him, they must have scouted something special, right? And before anyone gives, as much as I want to give them shit, people gave shit about Robert Woods getting signed by the Rams, and I remember going, Robert Woods is good. Robert Woods didn't have 1,000 yards.
I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, Pang. But I do, because I know we have so much to talk about that I have to add this just because I know Robbie's going to love me making fun of this.
Yeah.
This is also the team that paid $9.5 or $10 million for Evan frickin' Stonehands.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, at least they're trying to help. They're trying to help Trevor Lawrence though. Like, you can't get mad at that. I think that's one thing we can agree on. Like, at least they tried. They didn't have a lot to pay for. They tried though. And
I mean, the Chiefs just brought Juju in.
Robert Woods all of a sudden.
We're going to talk about that in a second.
No. I just want to compare the contracts. They just brought him in on a $10 million contract while they're paying Christian Kirk fucking $18 million.
Yeah,
it's insane, dude. That's insane.
Mike Williams though, get in the bag. That was nice. Like,
yeah, it was.
He's had two 1,000-yard seasons. You have to respect that. He's had a 10 touchdown season that was different from either of those 1,000-yard seasons. How the fuck he did that, I don't know. Like, it doesn't match up.
That was when he had Felipe, right?
Yeah.
When he had Felipe, yeah.
It's backwards. Like, his yardage never matched up, and it was a matter of Philip couldn't hit him deep.
No.
If you watch those games, Philip would literally either
if you are
underthrow by 10 yards.
If you are astronomically tall, Philip Rivers will not fucking hit you. But if you are short,
his name is Antonio Gates.
Antonio Gates. Antonio Gates had the big shoulder, so he would box out. What did Antonio Gates always do? He was boxing out. He was playing power forward at the tight end position, bro. He was Kevin Garnett. He was Kevin Garnett as a tight end.
And meanwhile, Mike Williams is trying to Calvin Johnson people and just go up and be bigger than them, and he can't get the ball placed.
Ciara got to re-up. Damn it.
Anyway.
But yeah, like I said,
I think that's a good contract for them.
Yeah, before we crap on Christian Kirk completely, like I said, Robert Woods was a guy under 1,000 yards every year because he was just part of a bad franchise. So we never know. I want to hate on the contract, and I do hate it actually.
Kirk won me a fantasy championship, but he doesn't deserve wide receiver 1 pay. Like
Robert
Christian
Woods.
Kirk. Christian Kirk. No, Robert Woods deserves. I'd pay Robert Woods.
They would have said the same shit coming out of the Bills. I remember looking at it, this kid's good.
I would have paid Robert. I used to play with Robert Woods when he was on the Bills. On Madden, bro. Like
my point is, the average person would not have paid for him. The guy never broke past 700 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Correct. He was awful as a Bill.
He got paid like 10 mil, 12 mil a year. Him and Watkins when they went over there. So,
it'll be interesting. I wish we could pull receipts for that.
I mean, I did. I drafted a ton of Woods. I remember watching him on the Bills.
I mean, just pulling Twitter receipts from people.
I give a
shit. I think we could find that. I think we could find that paying.
I mean, honestly, I'm giving shit to the Kirk Cousins shit, but I'm still down for it.
I think he's wildly overrated. Says CR. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Jason says facts. We are for our very next topic. We're gonna stay in that exact same division. All right. So the ship hasn't sailed. All right. We were just talking about Devontae Adams. We threw in a little bit of Christian Kirk talk, by the way. Chat. We're gonna try and get. We have top topics right now. We're gonna try and get as much free agency talk out there. So keep names flowing. Keep inspiring us here, and we'll try and address as many questions that you guys have or things of that nature as we can. We want to make this as interactive as possible for you guys. Sticking in the AFC West. We did call it on this show, by the way, that Juju was going to become a Kansas City Chief, okay?
Tried them twice. They took 2 years to do it finally.
Yeah, they tried it twice, and they finally did it. When your mind's set on something, you never give up. How dangerous does this make the Chiefs with all the movement that is happening within that division? So, I mean, yeah, we're analyzing the Chiefs, but we're analyzing the Chiefs up against everyone else. Mike, you're our resident Chiefs fan. And Andrew Wiley's homie. So go ahead and take us away.
All right, so I got to wear the hard hat while I'm giving my take.
You look fucking ridiculous.
I know I do, and I really don't.
Hard hat.
It's not as ridiculous as the Washington football team's name, but let's just get to the point. So, I love this move. I know we called it, but I've been saying all offseason. Roger knows this, that I wanted Juju on the team. I wanted him last year. I was mad that we didn't get him. Rod, you knew he wasn't going to resign. I just wanted him. I got to get rid of this. I do not think that McCall Hardman is a WR2. You all know that.
3.
I am not.
Myron Pringle was better, baby.
I am not a big fan of Hardman whatsoever. I wanted Juju or A-Rob or Landry. Those were the 3 that I wanted.
Yeah.
Getting Juju, I love him in the slot.
Yes.
He ran 65% in the slot at Pitt this year. I think it's going to be closer to 75% in that slot.
Played about 10 snaps, but okay.
I know. But that's where he needs to be for the Chiefs. He needs to be in the slot. Let Hardman do what Hardman can do and not have to rely on Hardman.
Don't know how much for the Rumboyz to force Mike to keep the hat on all show long.
Okay,
that's for Mike to decide.
I mean, I can
do it as a birthday gift, bro.
I can do it as an executive decision.
You can make it an executive decision.
45 more. God damn it.
So it's his birthday. I will say this though: when it comes to the West, I'm going to save a little bit for a little bit later. But my mainly point is. Yeah. This division is the toughest in the division in the league.
Yeah.
We also have to play the NFC. We also have to play the NFC West, which is not easy, even though I know Seattle's a little bit on the downtick, but the other 3 teams are ridiculous. We have to play that pesky damn division in the AFC North. And the AFC North just got tougher. Cleveland got better.
Mr. Trubisky. Sorry, what?
So those are 4 games that I'm not comfortable in. This division, I don't think this division is going to have with the new schedule, 13-4.
No.
There's not going to be a 13-4, 12-5. That's the problem is even though we might have some of the best teams in the league, we might not get 3 teams because we're going to beat each other up.
This is honestly, I know I'm going to piss off. Even when I was thinking about this take earlier, it kind of pissed me off. but I really had to sit back and analyze and really question myself. I think that this might be the most competitive year of NFL action that we've gotten since those old school 90s days.
At least in the AFC.
In the AFC.
Yeah, in the AFC.
The AFC, to answer your question, to go off of what you're saying, Robbie, the AFC this year is the 1990s NFC when you had Green Bay, the Niners, and the Cowboys.
Exactly. That's
If
what
you
that's
could
the
turn
comparison.
off
There's more
injuries-
good teams.
If you could turn off injuries, I would love to see what the fuck would happen.
Mark my words. Mark my words. I'm about to piss off every fan of an NFC team on this show and in the chat and on Twitter. Mark my words. The Lombardi lands in the AFC this year. I know. I don't like it. I don't like
I don't
it
care.
either.
I know. It's something I know with my heart.
But what's sad
I know
is
it. I know it. I know what's going to happen.
the last thing I want to say to your point, what you were just saying before Pat takes over. It's sad when everyone on media, not just our community and Twitter media, but even regular media, is saying there's literally 3 teams in the NFC that could win it, and there's 12 out of 14 or 15 in the AFC.
Yeah, out of 16. Yeah, out of 16. Yeah, it's fucking insane. Yeah. It's astronomically insane. Congratulations to y'all as a conference for bringing football back. Like it's gonna be entertaining. And it's gonna be entertaining as hell. We gotta. I'm so happy that this is a sport that we get to watch on cable TV for free because it's gonna be some pay-per-view level type of entertainment. Pat, what are you thinking, bro? Oh my gosh. Shit. I'm drinking a mixed drink. Don't know how for paying.
Hat on, you whore.
Yeah.
I tried to type whore 4 times, but it kept saying I had to edit it out. I'm going to tell you to your face.
Put a zero in. Put a zero instead of the O.
Our YouTube chat does not
Algorithm.
know what this channel is really like. You know, they're like, oh, we got to stay clean somehow. Pat, what do you
I want to
got
mention
surrounding
what
this
Eric
Juju
just said.
take?
Is that in the show sheet what Eric said?
This
With
part?
the fact that Brady
I don't think so.
was Brady even in our show sheet?
No.
Mm-mm.
With all the news, we don't have Brady
Oh,
unretired.
what the fuck, Robbie? Come on.
We talked about that
No.
last week, didn't we?
No, it was happened Sunday night.
It happened after.
Oh, it happened after.
It was like during Selection Sunday.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was during selection because he had outshining in Selection Sunday, and all the college football, all the college basketball analysts were pissed off on Twitter.
Anyway, Brady happened, and we're not even like NFC. What? That's anyway.
I mean, Brady's not going to clear the
Brady.
NFC.
Because technically, he didn't really unretire, in my opinion. Like you didn't.
He never actually. Nothing changed.
He
He didn't miss
changed.
anything. He didn't. Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, Juju Chiefs. Mike, what was the biggest struggle for that Chiefs offense last year?
C-yard.
Having a second wide receiver.
What was the defense? What was the defensive? What the defenses did?
The defense did to us?
Yeah, what did they do to you guys?
Oh, rushed up the middle.
And 2 deep safeties.
Yeah, 2 deep safeties.
What does Juju allow for that to do? They have
Open
to
that
keep
up and
honest.
keep them honest and let Tyreek and Kelsey not get double teamed.
He allows them to dance on the field.
As long as it's not Jackson Mahomes, I don't give a fuck.
Oh, they're definitely
they're
going to have
collabing.
some TikTok. They're
Oh my God.
going to duet each other on
No, he's
TikTok.
moving to LA. He's moving to LA. Get his ass out of here.
I
Okay,
just
anyway,
watched the Juju
I think
TikTok today too. Made me laugh.
regardless of if Juju is the same Juju that we thought he could have been when he was with Antonio Brown,
Yeah.
Juju's never should have been a 1.
No, I've always said that he's not a 1.
And people tried to treat him like a 1 as
It's
Antonio
because he had
Brown
that
left.
one big year.
He was a top 10 dynasty wide receiver at that time, and everyone was hyping him the fuck up, and he just never did it. He is a great wide receiver too. He can pull that role off. He's shown us that he can do that. He can put up numbers, but he's not going to draw your top coverage.
Nope.
And-
I'll say it straight
But he
out.
will
I
keep.
don't think he's
But he
better
will
than Golden
keep an
Tate.
offense. He will keep an offense honest if he stays healthy.
Wait, what was that, Payne?
No, I was gonna say I agree with Pat. I actually don't even think Juju's better
think
than
Juju's
Golden
better than Golden Tate?
That's fine.
I disagree with that.
Lions Golden Tate or Seahawks Golden Tate?
I love
Lions Golden Tate.
Lions
Golden Tate in general. Golden Tate in general was a beast.
Yeah, Lions Golden Tate, bro. When he
Took it to
when
another
he-
level.
Yeah, when he backflipped into the end zone, I was like, "Oh my god!"
Like
Golden
wasn't
Tate-
there like as time expired, like touchdown or something like
Yeah.
that?
It was an
Overtime
overtime.
shit.
It was Gladiator. He did the "Are you
No,
not?"
he was
like,
the last touch. Golden Tate was it Golden Tate or Doug Baldwin who was the last touchdown before the replacement refs got kicked out because of that play?
Doug Baldwin.
Might be Golden Tate.
Baldwin.
That was Doug Baldwin.
Was it?
Replacement
Anyway,
refs, I think were like 2012, 13.
I think it's still a good move. I think it's a great move for the Chiefs. I wish it had happened last year, and I wish it could have been like a 2-year deal.
Mhm.
And I think it would have opened up things for the Chiefs. And maybe he doesn't get hurt. I don't know. You never know what changes. And maybe that's enough to put the Chiefs over the Bills. Or over the Bengals, sorry.
Over the Bengals.
You guys got over the Bills.
Yeah.
What you got,
even over
Payne?
the Bills too. I would go with. I mean, that was an overtime game, so let's go with that too.
Okay. Or is that like what?
You're up,
Is that your take? Yeah, sure.
Oh.
Yeah, you're up, bro. Yeah.
No, I agree with Pat. Like, right, Juju is a good player. I think Juju is the kind of guy. I mean, he had one 1,400-yard season.
Yeah.
His other years uninspiring due to injuries, not his fault, just injuries. He's the kind of guy you want over the middle, right? He's 6'1" in the slot. That's fucking insane. Let's go off of that. It's a 6'1" receiver in the slot. He's got strong hands, good route running. He can bully people. He's not the biggest slot receiver we've seen, right? Like Larry Fitzgerald was like 6'3", right? In his like later years, still bullying motherfuckers. But this is close. And keep the teams honest. You can't play Madden, you know. You can't go deep every two fucking plays. Like run the ball, then go deep. Run the ball, then go deep. You know, Travis Kelce isn't going to be down there all the time. Tyreek Hill can't be down there. Nicole Hardman couldn't even catch COVID. Byron Pringle did pretty well. Like, it's bad, right? So Juju, like I said, Pat hit it right, and everyone else, and Mike gets it right.
Byron is a Who did he sign with today? He signed with
Who?
Byron Pringle signed somewhere. I don't remember where.
He's a Chicago Bear.
Yeah, he's a Bear now.
He's good though.
Yeah.
He's a solid receiver. You know, Demarcus Robinson would have been great for that team at the time if he would have kept it up. Albert Wilson would have been nice, but he obviously went to Miami, got injured, right? So Juju does, and Andy Reid wants him, right? If a guy wants him for 2 fucking years, there's a reason. He knows he's good. And anyone who's expecting him to do like he did back in his second year, 14 yards, you're high. You're probably looking at an 80. You're probably looking at the previous season, 80 receptions, 90 receptions for about 100 yards. Probably get 6 to 8 touchdowns. I'm excited for it. He won't be anything more than a nice flex play, I think. That's how I would view it, because Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill are still going to be the primetime guys. But this makes his team really solid. And no, I'll still say this. Golden Tate was better than fucking Juju. Catch the film, man. Juju was Yak King for like year after year after year.
Juju's the shits, man.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
Rob.
So shout out Juju.
Vodka. I double poured vodka, guys.
Yeah, you're about to be fucked.
Shout out Juju. I'm a cool Mike.
Rachel ruined it.
I had like 3 ounces of a can left, and
You
I forgot
ruined
that
it.
I already
Rachel's
poured it in.
the day
Rod,
remember
you're
before
on-
the show.
Your
My head is
We
too
said
big for this
Rachel would
shit,
be mad at
Your
you.
head is too big for that.
bro. No, it's a mock helmet. It doesn't have an actual thing. That's why.
I know. Oh.
Like, we'll just put the shit on that way, like Mike. So this guy is gonna be better than Juju. Fucking Chase Claypool, the Canadian. Fuck Juju. Fuck you for leaving. Fuck you for going to the No, I'm just kidding. Shout out Juju. Go fucking kill it, man. That's so.
We already discussed
Thanks.
at the beginning of the show, MJ.
Who is he gonna throw to? Fucking Chris Olave? I don't know. Okay.
Hey, maybe.
I think he could totally be okay. Peng said, "Oh, you're tripping if you think he's not gonna basically replicate his second year." I think he'll get close, right? I think he'll get close to the 100-yard mark, over 1,000 yards.
1,400 yards though.
Not 1,400 yards, but like over.
That was the second year.
over-
It's 1,400 yards.
Fuck, it was. Was it 1,400? It was. I mean, obviously not that many, but I mean he'll have over 1,000. In my opinion, that is an air raid offense. I mean, Patrick Mahomes likes the slot, and we already know Juju eats in the slot. We knew that was the last time he was a true number 2.
Maple
Was
Johnson.
his second year? Okay,
Mapletron.
I mean, yeah. Shout out Mapletron. 1,200 yards, 18 touchdowns. Just fucking get it, buddy. Titty kisser thrown to him. But yeah, no, I could see like a 1,200 yard, 8 touchdown season from Juju, and I mean,
Damn.
If Mahomes if Mahomes is able to support 2,000-yard receivers in both Hill and
he could have 3,000-yard receivers.
Yeah, he could have three. Yeah, he could have three. Yeah, if he's able to do that, then you're taking
But if anyone can do it, it's Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, right? That's what I'm saying. I have no problem.
Closer to 1,900 yards than he is closer to 1,100 yards. I mean, with the extra game on the season, that changes things up a little bit, though.
Even as a Chiefs fan,
Hardman last year got 700 yards.
Okay, even as a Chiefs fan, I don't know if we'll have 3,000-yard receivers. But to me, this is to like Pat's point about opening it up for everyone else. Is to me, this is a bigger real football move than fantasy move.
Yeah, what I'll say with this too, it does significantly open up what the things that Andy Reid and Bieniemy are able to do with this offense, because you're having you're having a true wide receiver too that is stepping in there. And hate or love it, he was forced to basically have to be a one for a period of time in Pittsburgh, you know, so he understands his roles. He understands he understands his strengths and his weaknesses, is what I'm saying. So with that being said, look for a lot of jet sweep action this year from Kansas City. Look for a lot of double end rounds with Mecole taking it to the house. Like, that is everything that we thought that they were going to utilize Mecole for when they drafted him. Yeah, now that's going to happen, because now you're going to be able to run Kelsey. You're going to be able to, you'll have Kelsey, you'll have Hill, you'll have Juju. You know, and then you'll be able to, you know, go out there, you know, occasionally throw Mecole out there, have him, boom, you know, hit you with a couple of end rounds. Yeah, Pringle's in. Yeah, Pringle's a bear now. Pringle's a bear now. So I mean, props to the Chiefs for real. You want to get your guy, you got your guy.
Also a steal, man. $10 million a year. That's a great fucking deal.
I think it keeps you right in the pack with the rest of that division.
Exactly.
There's not. I don't.
There wasn't a wide receiver. There was not a wide receiver on the market that was going to put us above and beyond. We needed to stay in the hunt.
In the hunt. That AFC West is going to be vicious this year.
Oh, I know. We're going to be talking about this all year, baby.
For all of you, when the season starts, for everyone at home viewing, when the season starts, you need to be. You can't just sit back. The days of sitting back and just watching your team play on Sundays and watching one game and one game only, and somehow telling yourself that you're entertained by that one game and one game only. I feel like those days are long gone. There is too much good football. There's too much good football to be focusing on. I love my favorite team. I love Washington. Payne, I know you love your Dolphins. Raj, I know you love your Steelers. Mike, you love your Chiefs. Pat, you love your Packers. There's too much good football for. Yeah. See, exactly. Like. Granted, yes, we're analysts. We're gonna be watching us gentlemen up here are gonna be watching every game anyways. But I'm telling y'all, fans at home, this is probably the greatest season of football that's about to happen. That advertising, like marketing wise, that we've ever had ever. You know, the NFL is not paying me to say these things. I wholeheartedly believe this. This is going to be the most entertaining year that we've ever seen. Must see television. I'm excited. I'm excited.
You have to cut out time in your schedule for Thursday night football, Sunday night football, and Monday night football. Thursdays and Mondays you can catch us here on the Rumboyz.
Yep.
And we're going to be talking those games.
Yep.
You better be here. And if you're not, I will come to your house. And I will turn on your computer and I will sit you down in front of it.
And I'm just going to say this. On Monday nights, I'm going to say this, and I might already be a little tipsy, but I don't give a crap. On Monday nights, you would rather listen to the three of us on the top row and Pang and Raj when they're able to get here than listen to Joe freaking Buck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly.
That ruined it. What the fuck was ESPN thinking?
Aikman said he has to have Buck or he won't come.
Bro, ESPN was not closing that deal. There was no way that ESPN was going to close that deal. There was no way that ESPN was going to close that deal. Like,
but at least I don't have to listen to him call any more Packers games on Fox.
They'd rather have him than freaking Brian Greasy. I know Brian Greasy's in the Niners now, and then freaking Louis Riddick.
Hey, I like Louis Riddick as an announcer.
I do too, but I don't like the combination.
Yeah, I don't like the combo.
Louis Riddick. Sorry about.
Yeah. At work, Mike mentioned Gilmore to the Raiders and even more stacked division. Thoughts? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And he makes them even more stacked.
I mean, Stephon Gilmore isn't what he was a couple years ago, but
he's not.
That's
still
a
good.
good addition if it happens.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, you're having that veteran presence for a young Vegas team.
I mean,
oh my
shit,
god,
if he goes to safety, that'd be so gross,
bro.
Dude, the Raiders defense is fire, man. Nate Hobbs, Divine Diablo, those guys
They put up last year. They played so well for a team that should have been fucking 0-16.
Yo, for all my here's what we'll do for all of my fans out there that live in the state of Colorado. We'll find a game early in the year, before like the snow hits and shit. Let's do a fucking Rumboyz meet and greet at the stadium. Like the world is open now. Let's get a meet and greet together with you guys. There's just too good of football to not go to a game this year. At least one, right?
Yeah, I went to one last year and it was great.
Exactly. What do y'all? We will be talking about that on the second half of the show. Albert, thank you for giving me that segue. We will be right back here on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. This is Rumboyz After Dark. I'm your host, Rumboyz Robbie, alongside my trusted panel of analysts. Make sure that you guys stay tuned. We're gonna play a quick music video for you guys. We're gonna go with the homie Blake G Can Do, a homie out of the state of Virginia. So, we're going to play some of his music. Then we got a commercial from Monkey Knife Fight for you guys, and we'll be right back. Dilly dilly. See you on the other side.
Let me tell you a little story. Once upon a time, there was a monkey knife fight.
And one day, they met one team partners in the NFLPA.
It's a match made in the pits of a monkey knife fight.
And everyone lived happily ever after.
Are you listening? This is big.
What is a monkey knife fight?
You know, it's thing monkeys, knives, you get it. Fantasy sports is monkey knife fight. And monkey knife fight is fantasy sports.
Monkey knife fight is daily fantasy.
Monkey knife fight in the house.
I am Monkey Knife Fight.
You are Monkey Knife Fight.
We are all Monkey Knife Fight.
Monkey knife fight.
You have the NFLPA behind the company.
It's exciting for me to be a part of fantasy sports.
When I think of fantasy sports, I think of beating all my buddies year in and year out and being able to brag about it.
We're not just partners in it.
We're owners.
And it feels awesome to be an owner.
I challenge you to a monkey knife fight.
We've been saving you a seat at the table, Monkey Knife Fight.
Welcome to the one team and NFLPA family.
Monkey knife fight. Welcome to the family, Monkey Knife Fight.
Welcome to the game, Monkey Knife Fight.
Monkey Knife Fight!
I challenge you to a Monkey Knife Fight.
Monkey Knife Fight! Monkey Knife Fight, Monkey Knife Fight, Monkey Knife Fight, Monkey Knife.
And welcome back here to Rumboyz After Dark here on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. We're going to go ahead and get back into the show. I like CR's last comment. Brian Greasy, best QB coach in the league. I think Jake Palmer's arrogant ass would have something to say about that. He's been at the job for a long time. Shout out to Jake Palmer, yo. He follows me on Instagram. Also, really quick, wait. Speaking of Instagram followers, shout out to the wide receiver school. If you guys have not checked out that Instagram account, if you're really into like off-season training videos or like, you know, there's a couple of things that I get off of that Instagram that I can throw into a couple of my workouts and stuff. Definitely check out the wide receiver school if you have not already. They're a really good Instagram page for all the wide receiver fanatics out there, like myself. Let's go ahead. We're going to dive right back in. I see we got Mike back. Raj should be back here momentarily. So we'll start off with paying though until Raj comes back. So the Los Angeles Rams have signed wide receiver Allen Robinson, former Jaguar receiver and former Bears receiver Allen Robinson. He will now be suiting up in LA blue and yellow. This team also still has hopes of them retaining Odell Beckham Jr. How good is this team really? Finally, we're going to talk about some NFC. And can Mooney in Chicago serve as a one all by himself with Justin Fields at the helm? Raj, you're back now, so we'll actually start with you, brother.
Okay, so we're just doing A-Rob. Okay, A-Rob, great. Oh, yeah, and Mooney. All right. A-Rob, great signing. I don't think they retain OBJ. There's just no point in them doing that, in my opinion. I mean, Cooper Kupp, OBJ, perfect 1-2 punch. And I think, in all honesty, Allen Robinson is going to perform better as a 2, right? It takes less attention off of him, like Juju. Obviously, we saw it in Pittsburgh. Literally the best receiver in the league, Cooper Kupp, Antonio Brown, and that number 2, 8. So I could see it happening with A-Rob. As for OBJ, I think he leaves. I've heard something here and there about him possibly retiring. I don't know.
He should.
I could see it happening, depending on how he recovers.
With his body, with the amount of injuries that have happened to his legs.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I could walk another day.
Yeah.
He's already been paid out once. He's good. He really sees it bad. Exactly. I mean, it's no Christian Kirk bag, but he's.
But yeah.
I know it.
As for Mooney, I don't think he will be a great number 1 option.
Hell no.
He is a perfect number 2.
Yeah, he's a great 2.
Not a number 1.
Boo,
Again,
boo.
Mooney is not a number 1. Mooney's not a number 1.
Not number 1 at all.
That last season was a fluke. Last season was a fluke for Mooney, in my opinion. And that was just because they stopped going to Allen Robinson. Like they just stopped using Allen Robinson.
Wasn't a true number 1.
Yeah, like so.
I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see how that goes. I hope he improves, but will he be?
Good. That kid's really fucking good.
He's very fucking talented, but will he be a number one? I don't think so.
He doesn't have the size for it. I don't think he has the size.
Also, that. Yeah.
What about you, Payne? What are your thoughts surrounding this? I know that you're a Mooney fan, so.
No, I am. I like Mooney a lot. Eleanor Robertson's a guy that I wasn't always the biggest fan of. Someone at Fantasy Six Pack actually corrected me over the years about like, dude, he's actually really talented. For me, it's always been kind of like he just reminds me of Alshon, Dez, those guys that thrive on physicality. Like I'm bigger, I'm stronger, kind of guys so they kind of wear down kind of fast. Mm-hmm. I think he'll be good though because he doesn't have to play the one. Right, I'm a little concerned if his drops because he kind of like said it reminds me of Alshon where he would like get hit in the hands and the ball falls to the ground and you're like, what the fuck, Robinson? Like you should have had that. But he'll thrive, and I think like everyone else just said, with him there's no reason for OBJ to come back. If Robert Woods comes back or whoever comes back, there's really no point. Van Jefferson, he's not as good as I hope he'd be. I will admit it. He just wasn't really that good, and I don't think he's gonna get. I think he can get better, but how much better? Who fucking knows? So I think that's what they're afraid of. If the Rams are considering OBJ, it's because they don't believe Van Jefferson and Tutu Atwell's the guys. And that's fine. So that makes sense to me. As for Donna Mooney, no, he's not a one. As much as I love the guy, he plays better than people give him props to. If you ever look at his rookie year and his second year, for a guy that's in the 5th round, that's a guy that is a full-on playmaker that cornerback twos are not going to be able to handle. They could not handle it. I watched him catch. There was a catch he did against the Green Bay defense on this rookie year that I was like, this guy's like 5'10". What the fuck is going on? And Donna Mooney will continue to do that. He's someone that you should be drafting actively. He's someone that's going to be great, but no, he's not a 1. He's closer to a 2A than he is a 1B. And like I just talked about him, Golden Tate. He's kind of like Golden Tate, where like those guys that they're going to have that one big year because everybody got injured. But after that, you're looking at 1,000 yards. He's a 1,000-yard receiver.
Nice, love. Congrats.
So that's how I have him. That's where he ranks, and that's where he should be talked about as. Yeah. He's closer to, like I said, he's a 2A, not really a 1B. But I love him. I think he's a great player, though.
Albert, I could see them trading Woods or just going with a release, one of the two. And I can see them somehow trying to keep OBJ. I could see this offense being like, we're gonna go high power as fuck, or I could even see them trying to keep all the pieces, and just going all offense, no breaks. It's because it's the most LA shit ever. Like, come on, man. Like this city, this team does not care about how they throw money as long as championships are involved, and we see this with any and every sport from this city. So.
If you go in one ring every 10 years, you're doing fine. There's teams that haven't even seen playoffs in 20 years, or seen a playoff. So I'm fine with that.
LA is a sports city. I mean, they're a championship city. Just like Boston has that championship allure to it. LA has it. So I could see them trying to keep as many pieces and as much depth as possible to try and make a big strong run and be the NFC team that can take out an AFC opponent in the big dance. Pat, your take.
The
Cardinals are on some shit.
We're talking a lot of OBJ. I don't think he stays in LA. I don't think LA has loyalty to him half a season. And not for the numbers that he's going to be looking at getting. And with his ACL injury. Like, he's going to be 6 months post-surgery, August 23rd.
Yeah.
That's very late. I'm not expecting someone like that, at the age of 28, to come back from ACL injury for the second time and be able to make cuts on the NFL football field at any high level. 6 to 9 months after surgery. 9 months would put him at Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Are you waiting 12 weeks to get top level OBJ and paying him for that time?
You want postseason OBJ, man? He was a beast in postseason.
Yeah.
Do you think he'll? Not many wide receivers are even in their first year after ACL injury. When the ACL tears early in the season,
all the time with his surgery, Shayla. He does this all the time.
It was 9 days, and oftentimes those surgeries, you wait for swelling to go down.
Yep.
Doctors,
agree with you,
it causes more damage. I had what they thought was an ACL tear, and they were pushing it back 4-6 weeks because my knee was so swollen that it was there. You run the risk of much higher damage. So I don't think he's really going to be ready to play for anyone this year. And honestly, like, he may come back in 2023, and he may come back halfway through 2022 because he shows that he's ready to an injury-riddled team that's a contender, but the injury bug just hit him. But I don't think he's signing a deal this offseason.
Okay.
Why would a GM sign a deal for OBJ right now? That seems like a wasted investment. Because
what we see NFL GMs not care about shit like that, just throw money at a solution. They think that money can even fix an injury. So I mean, we have seen that.
Now,
so
there's so many teams that are short on cap space right now. I don't think that it's going to happen. On A-Rob's case, I think A-Rob's the perfect fit there to cover that basis and to fix that problem.
It's going to be Robert Woods on Turf 2.0, baby. We're about to watch.
And hopefully Cam Akers can stay healthy for that team, and that offense can click and do some things. But the Rams are going to be stay healthy. Hopefully Robinson getting away from Dalton and Fields is a good thing for him, and he's able to take that next step again. And I mean, you can't get much worse than what the Bears' passing offense was last year.
No,
yes, you can.
Yeah, you can. Blake Bortles.
Blake Bortles could at least put up numbers, though.
He wanted to get paid. That man wanted to get paid so bad.
Yo, straight up, Chicago's poverty at this point.
That Chicago Bears first round pick isn't even theirs.
Nope.
Like, I get people that are take lock on Fields, and I've talked with plenty of them, and they're like, I trust Fields. I'm like, why?
Why?
There's nothing about the Chicago Bears offense that makes me want to trust Fields. Can he run the ball? Sure.
Yes.
Because he has to. Because his offensive line is shit, and he has to.
Because his coach can't coach his fucking way out of a wet paper bag.
He's got a new coach, but I don't. Still, do you trust the brand?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't trust a brand new coach. No. That's
on a second year Ohio State quarterback who's used to 6 seconds in the pocket.
Chicago. In order for Fields to work, Chicago needs to have a couple of seasons, 2-3 seasons of consistency at the coach and offensive coordinator positions before I can really buy into Fields. If Fields goes out this year, I might start changing my tune. You know, like if he goes off this year, I might start changing my tune a little bit. But I'm still gonna be waiting on that next season to be like, okay,
I will have no Fields, and I currently have no Fields in Dynasty.
No, I don't.
I may pick him up late flyer and redraft next year. We'll see.
No,
but I don't think he'll be even drafted.
I don't see myself drafting any Bears. I don't think I see myself drafting any Bears.
Mooney's price is too high.
I would draft Mooney. If he's going anywhere in 7th round or less, I'll take him.
7th round or less for Mooney, I could do.
Okay, yeah. I can agree with that. But anyway, I said what I need to say about the Bears. Fuck the Bears.
Fuck the Bears. Mike.
I love Allen Robinson.
And Dave Montgomery's been pretty good.
Okay, so on the A-Rob thing, to start with A-Rob before I get into my major take, perfect spot.
Yeah.
Any star team would want him, any top-level team. I knew he was going to try to get the money, but I also knew that he wanted to go to at least mid or higher echelon team, not a lower 15 or 16. That being said, he's the perfect spot to be the 1A or the 2A, 1B, 2A player for Cup. I want to get to the OBJ situation real quick. I think there was a chance that he could go somewhere like the Chiefs, or I even think he could end up in Green Bay. I really do. But
I like that take.
I think is the perfect spot for him to be is LA.
Yeah.
And hear me out.
Right at home. Yeah.
Hear me out though.
Well, not his home.
Pat said the thing about 6 to 9 months out, and I know the one whole year removed. But can the Rams suffice until end of December, early November? Yes. What I think they're going to do, and I know Albert brought it up, I really think they're going to trade Robert Woods and have Van Jefferson be the 3 until OBJ comes back healthy.
That's what I think it is, because they already paid Jefferson after the Super Bowl. They had already locked him in. They were like, we're keeping you, kid. And I think that was more so because of the wife being in labor and like him having the kid. They were like, we're going to make sure we take care of you type of deal. You got us, or you helped get us a ring. You were there for us. We're going to take care of you type of thing. I could see this team, the way that they win, aside from just being really good at every fucking position in all three phases of football, we also see this team win with depth.
I do want to say they lost an all-pro punter today. They
did lose Johnny Hecker. But with this team, they beat you with depth. If someone goes that when Robert Woods went down and they had just so coincidentally also have OBJ like right and they pulled him right then there, you have a guy that is able to do what Robert Woods was doing and could do and can do, you know. So this team is going to bully you and beat you up with depth. At least we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that and how this will also affect that.
Honestly,
I completely forgot about Robert Woods. I don't know about y'all.
I actually think they're just going to beat you because their fucking coaching is just that good.
Yeah, their coaching is that good. Like
Van Jefferson really was, as much as I love Van Jefferson, he wasn't that great at the end of that. You can kind of see it too. In postseason, he was kind of a liability.
He really was a splash
play guy. Who's that fucking white receiver? The one that just dropped fucking passes left and right.
Skronek. He's gone. They are that, and that's why I'm thinking that they're gonna. That's why I'm thinking. That's why I'm thinking. Okay, it's OBJ, and maybe they try and keep Bobby Trees like somehow. Like I mean,
he probably saw something in Jefferson to maybe keep him, but the other guy was way the fuck worse. They were.
I'd rather they keep Robert Woods than go after OBJ. Side note. Are we all in agreement that the West is the Rams division?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Right now it is at plus 160 on DraftKings with the 49ers at plus 180. So if you're in agreement with us on this,
take the Rams.
I don't think the Rams are getting better odds for you than where they're at right now. I think it's going to go closer to plus 100 as we continue to move through the NFL offseason.
I don't think they're going to run away with it, but I do think it's there.
I think it's their division. I think the 49ers will have enough issues. At worst, they're putting Trey Lance in at quarterback. And
there's too much Trey Lance love that translates for fantasy, but not in real life football.
Exactly. There's not enough. Yeah, I think the Cardinals are the only.
I will say that can all of the IU.
And if you believe in the Cardinals, though, they're at like plus 300.
That's the Rams. CR, come on, that's got to be the Rams.
The Niners.
No, he's a Niners fan. I understand. CR, they're going to be competitive, but they're not going to win it. Could they get a wild card? Yes.
I could see the 49ers as a wild card, and I think that's the most educated thing that I can state right now. Is just because that it is a sophomore quarterback stepping in. Who really didn't get a whole lot of burn last year.
I mean, Jimmy still isn't gone, so I mean,
Jimmy can still be there.
Jimmy could still
be contract, and I have the cap space to keep him on.
And I could see them trying to, and I could see them maybe saying, you know what, fuck this, we're just going to keep you, Jimmy. We're just going to try, we're just going to do it.
Run it back, basically.
And if that happens, then yes, the 49ers will be competitive in that division. I could maybe go a little bit beyond it being a wild card team, but if it's Trey Lance, wild card is the best that I can say. In the most educated opinion, I feel like I can state at the given moment, knowing what we know throughout the history of this game.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Neither of those teams have first round picks.
But I'm
thinking through, like, we're talking about all these super divisions that are making these big trades. The AFC West, the NFC West, the AFC North. Which teams actually have any draft picks this year? The Chiefs have theirs. The Packers have theirs.
Chargers have theirs.
Chargers have theirs, and they have a couple picks
Seattle
there.
has somebody's first round, but they don't have their own.
Yeah.
They have the Jets first.
And the AFC North. Ravens have theirs, right?
The Ravens have theirs. Steelers have theirs.
Do the Bengals have theirs?
Bengals do have theirs. 31st overall.
Yeah. So, like, in some of these teams that have made these big moves, they don't have the draft picks. There's teams not getting better as you approach the NFL draft. The other teams, their stock may be going up higher.
Exactly. No, I agree. I agree. Like I said, like I keep putting the emphasis on it during this show. This is going to be the most entertaining. This will be the most viewed for all the marketing gurus out there. This will be the most viewed NFL season in the history of 100 plus years of NFL football.
Thanks
promise
for the NFL boycott.
Yep, I promise you. I promise you, this will be the most viewed season. We're gonna now segue. Street had dropped this earlier in the chat, which I don't know if you know, a couple folks, you know, got a peek at the show sheet or not. I'm kidding, guys. This means that great minds are thinking alike. Von Miller is joining the Buffalo Bills, signing a 6-year, $120 million deal. Was the deal worth it or not? And I didn't write this on the show sheet, but many are saying that Von is just ring chasing at this point. Thoughts on that aspect of things? Mike, take us away.
No, I do not think he was ring chasing. I think he was money chasing because I don't think this deal was worth the 6-year part.
Yeah, that's
the money
shit.
The money per year I am okay with. It's Von Miller. He's a vet. You're going to give him just due. 6 years for 120? What about like 3 years for 60? I would have been okay with that. It's the 6 years that I have a problem with. If he was ring chasing, I probably would have stayed in the NFC and would have stayed with the Rams. Because even before he signed the deal with the Bills, and I know he did it, I know the Bills wanted him because he is Von Miller, but they also needed to shore up that defensive line like everyone. And I know he's a linebacker, but he plays on the end.
Yeah.
Just like every other defense, you know, the Raiders did it. The Broncos did it. All the other teams are doing it. But I just think that the Bills did it for that reason. But if he really wanted to stay and his deal was made after a lot of the deals were already made. So if he had done that before the Broncos made the trade and all that, then I understand that. But I do think he is money chasing, not ring chasing.
I love this comment by C-Yard. Not worth. Von's already on the decline, and they gave him 6 years. 6 years? Dude's going to be 40 and at a position much more demanding than Brady or Rodgers. Pat, your take.
The part that's missed in this conversation about Von Miller and his contract, people who scream the 6 years, he's going to be old. He's going to be. How much of it is actually guaranteed? 51.5 million.
Yeah,
that's roughly like 2.5 years of it. Yeah. Not even half of it. So basically, their hope is they get 2 years, 45 million of its what's it called? Signing bonus. So guaranteed at signing. That's roughly 2 years of that contract paid out at signing. And wow, words, alcohol got to me. No, but
I think that's the first time Pat's ever said that.
Yeah, that's the first time.
It's going to be the reality of they can keep him on a discount later on if he's still producing. If not, they have outs in that contract where they're not stuck holding the bag. And if they want to send him somewhere else because his cap number gets too big and someone's willing to pay the price because they're ring chasing and they want to pay him, go for it. The Bills will let him do it. And the Bills are only in this position because they locked up their quarterback as they chose to be the first one to sign an extension for their quarterback of that draft class. The Josh Allen, Lamar, Baker Mayfield class.
Very good take.
Baker Mayfield had a chance before Josh Allen to sign an extension. The Browns were ready to sign him to an extension. I know we already talked about Baker a lot earlier. We shit on him a ton. He could have gotten his bag, but he said, let me go out there and try and earn even more. And you know what happened to him?
He pulled a Carson Wentz.
But Carson Wentz at least got the fucking bag.
Yeah, Carson got paid.
Yeah, Wentz did get it.
And now Baker's going to be hoping to get a starting job somewhere if he's not sitting backing up Watson, because honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the Browns literally just made him sit behind Watson. They've already got the cap space for him.
especially if there's a potential suspension. Correct? Yeah,
Let him just sit there.
That's true.
That's not hurting anything.
Pang, what do you what's your opinion here with the whole Von Miller and the ring chasing comments that I've seen thrown out there? What are we thinking?
It's obviously a ring chase. What's the money?
It's a ring
right?
chase.
It's the best of both worlds, right? You got paid a ton of money and you get to be on a competitive team. Why wouldn't you take that? Who wouldn't take that? You're gonna go to the Bills that had every possibility of being the AFC Conference Championship this year and possibly going on to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And you're gonna get paid a ton of money. Like, I really don't know who wouldn't have taken it, right? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Short of someone that besides maybe Russell, Sierra doesn't want to send Russell there. You know, like, that's the only person that would have done it. They'd be like, ooh, I don't want to end up in Buffalo. Yeah, that's the only person. Everybody else would have taken that. It's a good fucking deal. So
for those that don't, for those that also don't know, especially when you are getting, why do you think that Buffalo has like a lot of like the older defensive players? Buffalo has one of the most top-notch NFL training facilities in the league. Okay, they have
and Sean McDermott is a genius on the defensive side of the ball.
Absolutely, God, I love Sean McDermott.
And to top it off, he still had 9 sacks in the season between two teams that he was on. So it wasn't like, you know, he's on a decline for a guy who came off an ACL tear. Fine, whatever.
I think
he has 2 rings. So how many rings is he really going to be chasing? He has 2 fucking rings already. This isn't like Kevin Durant going to get his first one.
I think that if Von Miller can be a difference maker and can be a piece of what brings Mafia, if he can bring the Bills Mafia their first ring, you need to lock Von Miller in as like his NFL legacy is cemented. You need to lock him in as a Hall of Famer. He can be a difference maker. Yeah,
he's already a Hall of Famer.
He's already. Yeah,
he is.
Exactly. But if he can get them their first one, like Bills Mafia, I know we've been gassing up a lot of these other teams. I know that a lot of analysts aren't giving you guys a lot of pub right now because of some of these other moves that are happening. This was huge. You're dangerous, Bills Mafia.
They got a cakewalk of a schedule.
Which also brings you back to Pat's point about paying their quarterback early. I was the one that was against that. I was like, hey, man, you know, paying someone this early after one strong year, I wasn't for that. And guess what? I was wrong. They actually paid out in the long run.
Didn't they do that with Jim Kelly though as well? Isn't that like kind of like in the Bills like
that happens to a lot of teams. Blake Bortles, same thing, and I mean a lot of teams do this. But that's
the only reason I say you can't. The reason you can't compare him to Jim Kelly, it was 2 and 3 decades ago and a completely different NFL.
Yeah, I mean, but it's
and a different team. Different owners and
different owners. Yeah, that's true.
But at the end of the day, this is one of the few situations where it paid out. And like, props to him. It's not that I doubted Josh Allen. My issue with Josh Allen was, is he going to hyper target Stephon Diggs? And if he does, he's going to be terrible. Which the numbers show. When he hyper targets Stephon Diggs, he's fucking terrible. But he's proven to get better than that, and that's great. So it worked out for them. That's it. So Von Miller, he's not doing anything. He's just making money and trying to catch a ring. He just got the best of both worlds. So who knows? Dude already has 2 rings. Nothing to say about it. He's basically DeMarcus Ware now. You know, he's out there going to new teams and being the veteran linebacker.
Okay, I like it. I
like
DeMarcus
Ware for him.
Yeah. Okay, shoot. So first off, not a ring chase, like Pink said. He has his rings. Who the fuck cares? Let him chase his bag. One thing that I've seen and that I thought was really fucking funny was fucking Brandon Bean or whatever the fuck the guy their GM's name is. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Some funny shit. He was like, "Oh yo, JD McKissick fucking flipped on us. No one embarrasses the Buffalo Bills. Get fucking Von Miller on the phone. Give him $20 million a year. I don't give a fuck. No one can talk shit about his type thing, right? So I mean,
anti-vaxxers unite.
Fuck.
Yo. Smoking that cold Beasley pack. Fuck yo. Hey, yo, did y'all side note?
Rogers and Beasley? Hey, that is a great joke. That is such a great joke.
But
go ahead.
Sorry. Did y'all see? No, just real quick. Did y'all see that tweet? There's like some right wing fucking commentator or whatever. He's like, oh yeah, the Bills just made a mistake by releasing the fucking best receiver in the league who's headed to Canton or whatever the fuck. Like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, he's headed to Canton for the football expo.
For the expo, yeah.
It was like, are you confusing him with like Julian Edelman? Because even then, that's only a maybe.
Is he playing on my flag football team? Like, did I just get downgraded to wide receiver 2 because Beasley? Like, fuck.
Can we talk? Sorry, Nick Adams, the famous conservative bad sports take. The Bills are going to regret releasing Cole Beasley, one of the league's top receivers, destined for Canton, released because he's pro freedom.
And this is why I've been off of fucking Twitter. The shit like that. Okay.
But back to Von Miller. Let him get his bag. It is a fairly front-loaded contract from what I saw, and they have an easy out after 2 or 3 years, which is probably what they're gonna do. He'll be 35, 36 by that time. Yeah, I mean, cut him, get your whatever elite play from him for whatever, however much longer.
Trade him for a 5th, like Amari Cooper.
Yeah,
trade him for a 5th, whatever. Release him. It's an easy out, and that's probably what they're gonna do. I mean, I get, like, right when we saw the numbers, obviously everyone was fucking going nuts. We were all
before everyone
or whatever, but
crapping on Cole Beasley. All right, we don't really just think he's like the shittiest receiver by any means. I mean,
we don't think he's a shitty receiver. I don't think he's
Cole Beasley
bound.
But he's not the best.
I don't think he's Canton bound. For that tweet to use the words Cole Beasley and Canton in the same fucking sentence, suck my right nut, please.
There's fucking thousands of receivers I could think of.
No. That comment, that whole tweet can suck my right nut and make my left one jealous. Like, straight up, like that's complete BS. People just want to say whatever it takes to go viral. It's like you don't even believe in that. Like, you don't even believe. You wholeheartedly do not want to. You don't wholeheartedly will not put those two words in the same sentence. Like, stop it. Like no, Herms. Let's get into your take, brother. Oh,
I will be back in like 20 seconds.
Okay. But no, like you're not gonna convince me that Cole Beasley's Canton bound. You're not gonna convince me that you should just do that for likes and like, come on.
Yeah. I don't think it's not even close to consideration. And Beasley is fucking far and away.
This is why I don't care about likes. I care about what I really feel, and I tweet what I feel. And if I go viral, then
people just aren't even doing Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor is such a big deal too, in my opinion.
Fucking Cole Beasley Canton bound. Suck my dick. Herms.
All right,
I'm so mad. That just really got to me. Go ahead. Yeah, the Von Miller topic, bro.
Yeah, sorry for getting up. My Joel is charging, and like the light went off, and I was like, no, I'd really like it to continue charging. What the fuck is going on? I don't know. I got really annoyed. So
you gotta go hit the circuit breaker to make sure the outlet's working still.
Exactly. It's just like, it's taking way longer than it normally does, and now I'm getting irritated due to the lack.
That's
of
what she said.
So yeah. Anyway, anybody that's gonna sit there and be like, oh, he's chasing rings, it's like Von Miller has entered the phase of his career, and also, like, let's be clear, not every athlete ever enters this phase of their career. Like, some players never get to this point, no matter what sport, but he's entered the phase of his career where it's like, I've already done everything. I can do literally whatever I want. So, like, who the fuck cares? It's just like, like it was said before, it's just like, he's already going to be, like, in the Hall of Fame. That was decided already, like a couple of years ago, probably,
when he won Super Bowl MVP.
Exactly. So it's just like, it doesn't matter anymore what he does. It's just like, he found an opportunity. He was like, oh, that seems fun. Let's go do that. So like, yeah, like,
let's go play in the cold again.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like, yeah, fuck it. Like, let him do his thing. But yeah, I mean, God,
let's pull it back a little bit, Herms. Why is ring chasing even bad? We say this to all the pro veterans.
We do this with all sports. We do this with all sports. We do this with LeBron. We do this with all sports.
Well, not even just him, right? We always make fun of players that don't ring chase. You know, when we go, why don't you sign a team friendly deal and get a ring? We say that all the time.
It is weird where it's like, you know, sometimes like when players do it, they get a bunch of shit, and then the other thing.
When they
like
don't
on the flip side of it, like your point is just like by the end of someone's career, it's just like, oh man, it's really too bad they never got a ring. It's like, well, if they had tried, you probably would have been mad. So it's just like, oh man, it's a real bummer this didn't happen organically. Shit,
bro.
It would be cool if you didn't have to do stuff.
Like that. Literally, Herms, you just broke down. So like whenever basketball fans like ask him my thoughts on Damian Lillard, like I tell people, sure, great player, dumbass for staying in Portland. Like, go get a ring. Like, go get a ring. Like, I mean, you know,
I would not be mad if he ring chased, bro.
I would not be mad.
Dame can do whatever the fuck he wants. Also, he drops some fire bars. He is a very good rapper.
The reality of what free agency has done and it's shifted the sports and the way that we look at sports, as the older generation is still full of talking heads. They grew up without free agency being what it is today.
Yeah.
Where the owners have had all the power and players didn't leave unless they were traded or retired.
Yeah.
And now you've got this evolution of the game where now all of a sudden the players have shifted in their mindsets with their PAs and gotten their bags. They've fought for money and they've fought tooth and nail for it. We saw what took from the MLB players.
Yeah.
Just now.
Yeah.
They're fighting for this money and they're fighting to get the recognition and the profits that the league's already been bringing in.
Yeah.
And now that they have freedom to choose and to do things, this is America where we talk about our freedom and yada yada yada.
Yeah, my freedom. Yeah.
My freedom.
Right, yeah.
But now all of a sudden it's not your freedom because I'm just going to judge you for going to a team because I don't like that for you. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Land of the free, home of the brave. You're free to do whatever you want. I'll just go do this. Not like that.
Exactly.
And obviously you can have your opinions on it, but grow with the times and with. So the owners can cut these players just as fast as they can.
I compare it to music. It is the voices that players have, and Herms, I'm sure you can relate to this. Having worked in the music industry yourself, and performance stuff. The voices that the players have right now and the ability to kind of control and dictate their situations is what happens. We see this in music all the time where an artist is like, I now have control of my masters. I bought Death Row. Snoop bought Death Row. I have control over how music is distributed. You see this all the time where an artist will purchase out their catalog or buy themselves out of a bad deal. They'll get out of a 360. And then they become a better artist, hell, Jay-Z, we've seen this time and time again. And we don't complain about it with musicians, but we want to complain about it when players do it. So I like that we actually had this conversation. I like that we brought up the ring chasing aspect because Vinny and Pen. Yeah. Like many of us have said, who gives a shit? Were you about to say Pen?
It's just not even that though. You hear it all the time, though, where people say, oh, if this quarterback took a team-friendly deal, then they could hire old linemen or they could hire a better defense. Yeah. That has been Aaron Rodgers' biggest thing people have said for years. So now someone wants to do that. Why are we hating it? Seriously, why are we hating on when people are signing these deals? It's we always get mad when people don't get rings, as Herm said, or we get mad when people don't take team-friendlies to get rings. Well, our team's never going to get a ring because Carson Wentz keeps signing big contracts. Stupid shit like that.
And honestly, I think the biggest issue with all of it is that there's just way too much of it, and we see it in not even just the sports world, but just in larger social and political discourse. Is people are a lot quicker to side with the company, the employer, the whatever, rather than the employee, and it's just here's the thing that people and I think more and more people are realizing this, now, especially, since, the beginning of the pandemic, you don't owe shit to anybody but yourself. So this idea that it's oh, well, God, you should be making sacrifices for your bosses so that it's easier on them to put together it's nah, motherfucker, you're the one that's really good. You're the one that's doing a bunch of shit. Get your fucking money, man. Don't.
Yes. Hey, we do have breaking news. Yeah. R.I.P. John Clayton. We do,
rest in peace, dude.
Shout out ESPN.
Thank you for everything you did.
Yes, absolutely.
As Herb said, though, that there's this mindset of being temporarily embarrassed millionaires where people try and side with these big corporations. Why was Tom Brady willing to take only $25 million a year or reduce deals in New England? Why? Can someone tell me? Was it about winning? No.
Because we forced.
He's marketable.
Yeah.
His money didn't come from the Patriots. It didn't come from the Patriots and Kraft.
Yeah.
His money came from he could do Gillette commercials.
Yeah.
He was doing other things.
Which also makes Rodgers making all the fucking money.
Which makes Rodgers' deal even worse.
At some point,
because he already had the money from State Farm.
$100 million. How much more do you need? I don't fucking understand that question either. You got these dudes that have $100 million.
There is a certain like the only responsibility you really owe to other people, I guess, would be on the part of the Players Association, so that way you do not disrupt the growth of the market for your fellow athletes. You know what I mean? Like that is the only thing I guess you kind of like owe, quote unquote, to anybody else. Because like you can't take it like so below market value that it fucks up other people's bags. But like other than that, you don't owe anybody anything.
Yeah, I like that take, and I like that we had that discussion. Let's see here, getting into the final topic on the show sheet. Los Angeles. We're going back to Los Angeles, but we're talking about the other Los Angeles, and we're still talking defensive players. The Los Angeles Chargers bulk up their secondary, bring in DB JC Jackson. This team seems to be moving in the right direction with recent moves. How many games can they win, and where will this defense rank? Herms.
Oh, geez. Well, I mean, kind of like I was saying last time I was on, I mean, like, I still really want to see how they're going to address the defensive line, but, I mean, they've done a pretty damn good job addressing the other things. So, I mean, I'll give them that, you know, and also, like, I wasn't here for when Devontae Adams was discussed, but, like, I would imagine that there are a lot of tunes that have been changed or whatever, because, like, I mean, I defended them, you know, I already thought they were pretty good before this, but now him coming in, holy fucking shit, they just got way better. Like, how many games are they going to win? I don't know. How many games is anybody in this division going to win? Because honestly, at this point, at this particular point in time, with everything that has gone down, the Chiefs are the worst team in that division, which is a pretty fucking wild, like, it's wild to think about, but it's objectively true. So, like, oh my God, like, I don't know. I'm like, honestly, straight up, the AFC West, I'm not going to bother making predictions, mostly just because if people are going to listen to my advice or whatever, like, I don't want to give bad advice. Like, I don't know. I literally don't know.
We also do
right. Yeah.
No, but to your point,
Is pretty good. He is good.
To your point, Herms, to your point, to Herms' point about him backing up the Raiders, I just want to say, Herms was saying last week that Derek Carr is better than the rest of us were saying. So Herms is already on that train before the Devontae. I'm just backing up what Herms said since he wasn't here for the Devontae talk.
Yeah, and it's like I don't know. The West is completely fucking open.
Is Carr the oldest in that oldest QB in that division?
No, Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson is okay. That's what I thought. I was like, I couldn't remember who I got drafted for.
Russ and then Carr.
Okay,
but even then, Carr's still pretty young though.
Yeah,
he's just over 30, right?
Yeah,
he's at the top end of the where the gap in quarterback age happened because of Rivers, Ben, Manning.
He's in his quote unquote prime, I guess.
Yeah. Those guys extended their careers longer than they should have, and then just created a dead spot in quarterbacks.
And let's not forget, he is better than his brother. I hated that. I hated that, man, when he was a Texan.
I'm not sure we'll ever know the answer to that, though, because he was handed a really, really shitty deal.
Take over this expansion team. Take over this expansion team and be the QB.
Get sacked a million times a game.
We know we're brand new to this whole football thing, but you be the guy. Rod, you're
shell-shocked.
Ooh, JC Jackson. I don't know what the contract was that he signed. I didn't look too much of the details. Did he get that Jalen Ramsey money that he wanted?
Let me look.
Comment
on that. Like 80-some million or some shit. He got
80-some million over 4 to 5 years.
I think it was.
I know he got over 5 years.
5 years, 82.5.
Yeah.
How much guaranteed? Probably like 50,
40,
40
guaranteed. Honestly,
that's not bad. That's not
bad at all. 17 mil. I mean, that's your top end corner.
That's the article from ESPN.com.
Right. Yeah. No. I wouldn't trust anyone but ESPN. Honestly. Whatever. Fucking JC Jackson, very talented, Mr. INT. Right. He's the guy. The Chargers needed that guy. Asante Samuel showed out his rookie year. Wasn't a CB1, but he'll get better.
Is he better than Surtain?
No, I don't think he'll be better than Surtain.
I really want him to be. I do, but I don't think he is.
I want him to be because I love small size players. Like I love shorter stature players. But Surtain is the way.
I still want Caleb Farley to be the best corner in that class. To be honest with you,
Virginia Tech, baby.
I don't know that his body will let that happen.
That's the thing. That's fucking man. Oh, real quick, press up to David Ojabo. Fucking might have torn his Achilles at Pro Day. Just thought about the injury thing, man. That fucking sucks, man.
That fucking blows, dude.
Bro, that sucks. I mean, if someone drafts him late, they might get a steal.
Send him to Pittsburgh. There you go. How about
Pittsburgh?
that?
Whoa,
Let's go. Mitch
TJ Watt and Ojabo.
Kind of like
those NFC teams who got a bunch of the AFC teams draft picks, just take them late.
Hey, facts. There you go. No, but moving back to JC Jackson.
Nope.
That defense is looking scary. Fucking scary. And then Leafs just tossed out in chat about
this comment.
Day. That was their one position of need, was that nose tackle or D tackle.
That's a sneaky good pick.
Now, bro, and he's still young. He's like 25, 26, I think. So, I mean, dude, that is great. You have Joey Bosa. You have Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack, people say injury prone, washed up, whatever. He's still good. Man. I mean, you could think of him as a Von Miller type guy, injury prone, washed up, but he's still gonna put up numbers.
If I was on the Bears, I'd be injured too. Me and Alan Robertson.
Yeah. Why would you play?
Feel that. But yeah, and then
injured guys.
I really love this defense because you have the perfect mix of guys in their prime, these very, very talented vets, and then some younger guys too. You have your fucking what's his name? Called him Kenneth Walker last week, Kenneth Murray. And you have Asante Samuel. This defense is gonna be very fucking good, and I'm excited to see how they can stop these yet to be seen high-powered AFC West offenses.
For those that play in redraft leagues that you pick a whole team defense, you're snatching
the
up
Chargers.
the Chargers.
Chargers is up there for me.
The Chargers. You're
my only thing is they're in that division with those crazy fucking offenses. So that it's yet to be seen.
You're gonna okay, touche.
But they might get enough with sacks to make up for giving up 25, 30 points in a game.
Yeah, not wrong.
Yeah, we've seen crazy shit.
Force 2 picks and a fumble in a game. There's enough points and turnovers to make it up.
Just draft the Steelers defense and win.
Yeah, there you go. GST1. There you go.
Paying your take. Going with Roger's take now.
Shout out Miles Jack.
Long tangent for
Miles Jack.
I've always liked the Chargers cornerbacks. Right, you're talking Brandon Flowers. You're talking Jason Verrett. You're talking Derwin James at safety. You're talking Casey Hayward. They've always had just amazing quarterbacks since 2012, even before that. Antonio Cromartie, it's good. It's always good on that defense. So whoever's doing their scouting, their coaching, whatever's going out there, JC Jackson's would be fucking awesome to have. My one thing I'm always scared about is that Bill Belichick, his players go to free agency and they always end up showing their ass. It's a thing, like Malcolm Butler didn't do much after he left. Logan Ryan was pretty decent, got overshadowed, but went out there, he did okay. You're talking
Logan Ryan's joining Brady, by the way.
Yeah, every fucking O-line in
Brady showed his ass. Yeah. That Super Bowl parade,
Jamie Collins went out there and showed his ass. It happens a lot. The only guy I can think of that left Bill Belichick and did amazing after was Chandler Jones. Right? Am I thinking about that's about it?
Tom Brady.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
Yeah, Tom Brady. And then, defense.
What up, Justin?
They don't really put up. And there was the other fucking guy. There was another guy that left. He went
Jimmy
to
Garoppolo.
No, that defense, that linebacker. Fuck, he just got cut too.
Van Noy.
Noy. No, there's another one. There's another guy who just got cut.
Not Winovich. He got traded.
No, you're right. It's Van Noy.
There you go.
Yeah. He was on the Dolphins, right? Yeah.
Lakers money line. What a fucking joke.
No, don't play the Lakers. You're not betting anything Lakers.
They beat my Raptors today, but still, fuck the Lakers.
We're not.
Also, Scotty Barnes rookie of the year.
We're not playing. We're not betting the Lakers. No,
that's a lock. That's a lock, Raj. That's a lock.
Fucking love
lost triple double. But anyways, so back to the thing, JC Jackson. I hope he prevails because I love stories like him. These guys that were overlooked, do well, get paid. Luckily, he's on the Chargers, who have had good corners. I'm just a little scared. Just fuck. There might be another guy that's gonna do shit.
I'm scared because we see this all the time with this particular organization, where it's you have all the right pieces, you come up short.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's a Chargers thing, obviously, but then also back to I said, the Bill Belichick just puts these guys in good situations, and when they leave, they just don't do anything. A lot of them don't. It's been a big history of that shit. So I'm a little curious. But, props to them. And you know what? That defense is great. You guys listed every fucking player. Don't need to go over it. I'm a little skeptical on their linebackers, but add Khalil Mack to it. No. They just need some better coverage. They'll be good.
Yeah. Justin, I get that there's no KP there for Washington, but I just won't play the Lakers anymore. I just can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it. Pat.
I'm not great with defensive players. I know he's a very good defensive player, and he's joining the Chargers team that I already really like, and it's going to be a good thing for the Chargers. Last week, we talked about taking the Chargers to win the division on DraftKings at plus 350. That line has moved up 75 points to now plus 275. I hope you guys listen to us. Things have improved for that, and improved there. The bookies have seen it.
Yep.
I hope you guys got in on that. It's still favoring the Chiefs to win the division. And it's going to probably until
the start of the season. Yeah, end of September. Yeah,
end of September, short of a major injury happening, which I really hope doesn't happen because I would love to be able to just turn off injuries because it is terrible for the game of football to have that many.
I don't think that Baltimore wins that division. I mean, it's just I don't know. That one's tough. Baltimore. Everyone else in that division is improving. Justin, I haven't seen Baltimore do shit.
So yeah, overall, I'm still on the Chargers for that division. I think that's a good safe bet. And yeah, I'm going to mute myself so I don't keep interrupting Pang and Raj because I feel bad. I'm sorry, guys.
That's why I texted you and said, mute yourself, damn it.
I didn't even know. You were doing good, bro. I didn't even know.
I feel like my takes have still been great, but I've just been talking over people. And I'm sorry for that because I hate it when people do that to me. So I'm muting myself until it's my turn. Unless I have something really important to say, which I might. I might have something really important to say.
Mike, your take, bro. What you got?
Maybe the McRib is coming back. I don't know.
I got
imagine. All right, there's not much to add about J.C. Jackson himself because everyone said it. Everyone has said about Mac and Day. The additions that team has made is great. I do think they are the closest competitor for the Chiefs. I think it's them two up top. What I will say, because I don't need to say much about this topic except for the IDP guys. I know Pat doesn't play a lot of IDP. I know he was a higher pick last year in some drafts and didn't work out as well. But Kenneth Murray this year, with all the attention that's going to be on that offensive line or defensive line to Bosa and to Mac, and now that they have to plug up the middle, he's going to have a little bit more free run if they can get another. And I still think they're going to maybe draft Jordan Davis or Wyatt or another defensive person in the first round. If Kenneth Murray can get free around those blocks, he is a guy in IDP that I would love as one of my, like a linebacker 2 or a low end linebacker 1.
I love it. I love that take. For me, this Chargers team is getting scarier and scarier by the day. This division is getting scarier and scarier by the day. I still do believe, until further proven wrong, that it is still the Chiefs division. We saw last year where, it looked like teams were starting to catch up to Mahomes, starting to get into Mahomes' head with the addition of Juju Smith-Schuster, like we mentioned earlier in the show. I do believe that this team, they're still the solid favorite. They need to improve their defense. The Chiefs need to improve their fucking defense. How that's going to happen, I don't know. I like what Herm said about this team possibly being the favorite out of that division. I could see an alternate universe. I could see a universe where the Chiefs, still hang on to their number one spot, and the Chargers are right there behind them. But I could also see a universe where we're looking at, Chargers, Chiefs, Broncos, Raiders
in any order, and it really honestly wouldn't stun anybody.
It wouldn't shock anyone. So I mean,
it's the scariest division easily.
Yeah. I'm happy that my team's not in this division. Let's
think about it. When's the last time has there been a division with 4 above average franchise quarterbacks?
All of them above the top 15.
The AFC North right now.
Fuck yeah.
Mitchburg, let's go, baby.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
There you go.
Drew?
No, I can't hop on the Trubisky bandwagon yet. I do like what we saw from Trubisky last year preseason when he lit up. But I just can't. I can't hop on it yet.
Update as of 40 minutes ago today. There's 0 perfect brackets remaining. So
nope. Yeah. No perfect brackets remaining. I think as of like a couple hours ago, there was only like 25 left in like the whole world.
As of 40 minutes ago, there is 0 in the whole world.
That's right. Yep. That's right when Iowa State won.
Yeah, Iowa State beat LSU.
What 50? How many players? I think it was like 54. Yeah, like 59 million some odd players.
Oh,
yeah, or something like that. Yeah, no perfect brackets remain.
Fucking St. Peter's ruined everyone's lives.
Yeah, fuck St. Peter's. But at least
one person picked St. Peter's at my work pool, and I found out who it was, and it was a lady in the accounting that picked my mascot.
Oh wow!
It seems like those are the types of people who win.
That's
like the fucked up part.
I literally walked up to her desk and I go, "Can I ask you why you picked St. Peter's?" And she's all, "Who's that?" And I go, "The Peacocks." She goes, "Oh yeah, I picked the Peacocks because they're better than the Wildcats."
Oh my god!
Shout out to your accounting lady, man.
I had a friend who used to do a coin flip for every single matchup, and he won like 2 years in a row. He would just had the top team won, tails the bottom team won, and he.
Last time, I like really killed it in March Madness 2017. I'd taken UNC to go all the way. Ever since then, it has been a very rough road. I've came close, but no dice. Hopefully, Kansas pulls it off this year, and I can do well. You guys like Kansas?
Kansas dick fit in your mouth?
Wow! Oh my gosh, Pat!
Oh
my God! Now I'm muted.
Yourself.
Fuck.
You text me and ask me how you were doing. Mute yourself.
So I like Kansas this year. I'm taking the Jayhawks to win it all. But that Providence team was on fucking fire, man. That makes it, that's pretty tough. But I think that Providence will eventually get bounced. So I want to get too excited for them. Let's go ahead. Let's get into sign-offs. Herm, start off, and then we'll work our way back up to the top.
Oh, shit. Mid-yawn. Okay. All right. There we go. You can follow me on Twitter at HermsNFL. I am there, and that's it.
There you go. Raj.
I am on Twitter at Rumboyz Raj, and that is it.
Pang.
And you can catch me at Pang's Pigs FF. And just throwing another shout out to Front Yard Fantasy for missing their show today. Fuck. But anyways, see me there hopefully in a week or two.
Hell yeah, dude! I'm excited to see that show, man. I know that's going to be a good episode. Pat.
All right, you can find me at St. Patrick FF on Twitter, and yeah.
Hell yeah. We have no. Okay, there's Mike. What's up, Mike? Go ahead and sign off.
Find me at Drop the Mic FF. Here, going for two, anywhere on Twitter where I try to make good graphics that turn goofy. Go, Robbie.
Oh yeah. You guys can Google me. Just Google the Rumboyz. Literally, where what pops up. It's Rumboyz with the Z. Follow me on all social media. You can either look me up on social media, either Rumboyz Robbie or Rumboyz spelled with a Z, N-E-T. I'm literally all over the place. Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, OnlyFans,
Friendster.
Yeah. I'm everywhere.
Zynga.
Yeah. I don't even know like how these things are.
Oh,
ew, whoa, what the fuck?
I thought that was Payne gonna go that way.
Out here in these streets, I'm out here on farmers.
If I am not back next week, know that I got fired and I'm waiting for unemployment.
Luckily, I haven't had to fire anyone in like a year, about a year and a half, so we're good. But no, this has been an amazing show. This has been Rumboyz After Dark here on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Make sure that you guys like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. Click the links in the description. Check us out on the Monkey Knife Fight app. Tell us on the Monkey Knife Fight app. Check out all of our over-unders and more or lesses and things of that nature for all of your daily fantasy player prop needs. And also check us out on the Stacks app. You can download the Stacks app at stacksapp.io. Link is in the description. Other than that, thank you, crew, for an amazing show. Everyone that's been viewing, cheers to me. Cheers to you. And all the Rumboyz and girls want to do. Dilly, dilly.
Dilly, freaking dilly.